Drop that. What, bass?
I bet. Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid, yo. Don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it, but Steve, Tony, A, and Susan, yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Count me in. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 175. 25 shows more till 2,000 episodes. 200. I caught you. Anyways, just a few minor announcements before I introduce my very special guest from the city of San Diego. San Diego, stand up. San Diego's in the house. Much love, much respect to San Diego. If you guys want to peep out, once again, Mr. D's introduction video, you just go to our page here. Check out his video, directed by me. My boy Isaac Joe was a videographer. So many people were involved in this project, and I'm very happy with what we have come forward with, and that is Mr. D, the introduction. Somebody asked, are those songs going to be available? Yes. Another person said, did he just rap one verse? For the video, yes, but when the CD comes out, most likely tomorrow, I'll have a little bit more info on that as the show continues. Those are full songs. We just chose, for the video's sake, to put two songs into one video. It's about 4 minutes long. I didn't want to go no longer than that, but when it comes out, you will have two full songs on the actual CD. Other than that, Freaky Tales this Friday. But before Freaky Tales, Tuesday, I got two special guests coming in. I'm going to try to squeeze in a little bit more guests throughout the week of July. So expect that. A couple of times you may see me with interviewing people from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But this Tuesday, I got two special guests. Wednesday, I got one special guest. And then Friday, Freaky Tales. And then Sunday, I won't be here. Okay, we will not be here. The reason why we will not be here is because it's my daughter's wedding. And it's going to be a very special day for me and my family. So other than that, once again, I'll see you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest from the city of San Diego, Lil Grifo.
What's up with it, Tony?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, aquí nomás.
You know what? Let's back up a little bit, brother. How was your 4th? Did you light a lot of fireworks? Okay.
Fuck. I'm not going to lie. We've been lighting them since July 1st.
Oh, no shit?
Yes, since when was it, Memorial Day?
Uh-huh.
Since Memorial Day, we've been lighting the motherfuckers up.
You know what's crazy, man? A lot of people try to lie and say, oh, there's a shortage in fireworks. Bullshit. Those motherfuckers were lighting up the sky all damn months long, bro.
Yeah. We had them. We had a big box.
Okay.
Big box of shit.
Just really quick, Alex, you forgot these lights right here. So now, 4th of July, I had a great time. It was like Beirut over here, bro. It was just lit up all damn, all damn night. Now, over the weekend, we've been having what is that fight? McGregor fight. Did you watch that fight?
I didn't get to watch it last night. Me and my girl, we actually called the night early. I forgot what the fuck we did, but yeah, we didn't watch that shit. But I see he broke his ankle or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Usually when somebody starts breaking shit like that, and I say usually, not all the time, it's because they're already prone to injuries. Like you're getting up in age, your bones are no longer the same, and you spend half of your life kicking another motherfucker. Something's bound to break sooner or later. So I wonder if he's ever going to fight again or if he plans to. But I mean, the guy's making a lot of fucking money, bro. A lot of fucking money just off of fighting another dude and talking shit.
Yeah, he fucked up, but he cashed out. That fool's not tripping. That fool's,
he's
paid for life.
Paid for life, and he's making a lot of money off of that whiskey.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it. Have you?
I never tried it. Never tried
My son tried it. Said it's actually pretty damn good. So I'm gonna have to buy a bottle and drink it here live on Roadium Radio. But now, it's now basketball. Let's talk basketball. You a sports guy?
NFL. That's it.
Okay. What about Los Padres?
That's the team. That's the hometown. We're doing good this year. So you know how much I'm gonna keep it G. We're rooting for them.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And them actually doing a little bit better this year actually made everybody, you know, come out, go to the games and shit, and really like try to embrace the team and shit like that. So
Yeah.
it made me a fan more than I was.
Yeah. Have you gone to any games yet?
Yeah, we went to a couple of games. We went to the Dodgers and Padres one and shit where we actually swept the Dodgers 3 days in a row, but it's all love, you know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It's all good. You know what I always tell people? It's a sport, man. It's a sport, you know. I mean, I love my teams, but if football, basketball, you know, soccer or boxing stopped, life goes on.
That shit was pretty active. That shit was active as fuck. Those games were active.
That's what I heard, man.
They were active. Fools were fighting and shit. Motherfuckers were getting beat up left and right. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? So those games get active, man. Like I've been out here to the Dodger Stadium too for a Padres game one time. And that shit's no joke. That shit's for, you know what I'm saying? That shit gets serious. It gets real serious.
It's true. It's true. And I laugh because I got homies like that, you know. I knew a guy. He was not a friend. It's a sad story. Tells me he's going to go to he's a big-time Raiders fan.
Yeah.
So he's going to go to a Raiders and 49ers game. He goes to the game. He comes back and he tells me, hey, bro, you know what? I'm going to be going away for a while, blah, blah, blah. They just haven't caught up to me. And I was like, what the fuck happened? Said he got into a fight with a 49ers guy out there. Ended up choking him out and killing him.
Fucked him up.
Yeah, and of course, a couple of days later, cops found out who he was doing life.
Yeah, fuck that.
And like for a game, really, like I go to enjoy it, you know, get a beer and chill, you know. Hey, if we lose, we lose. I give everybody a high five. You know what? We'll come back next time.
That shit's crazy. They take that shit serious, man. Motherfuckers be taking that shit to heart.
What about now? We got championship. Milwaukee Bucks and the Suns. Have you been keeping up with that?
Basketball, nah, man. That's basketball, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
I ain't fucking with basketball like that.
Okay.
And if I would, you know what I'm saying, and if I do watch it, I fuck with the Lakers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, the West Coast.
Okay.
Either that or Golden State and shit, but I haven't been keeping up this year.
Right. Okay. Now football. Let's talk football. Is it safe to say San Diego?
Keep it G, man. Don't even ask me how I feel about the Chargers, but these motherfuckers, bro, I still root for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie and shit. If I watch TV, the game and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go for them, dog. You know, I can't be a fucking hypocrite and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel fucked up what they did, how they left, but it is what it is. It's still on the West.
Yeah.
So we winning regardless. They're still here. You know what I'm saying?
You know, now here was the word out here when they came out here. Now, LA was just dying for a team, but nobody wanted them here. You know, and I would be real with you.
I know nobody wanted it.
You know, I didn't even want the Rams here. You know,
Yeah.
But you know, at the same time, I don't know. Now we got two teams, and for almost 20 years we didn't have no team. You know, but I think it sucks that San Diego left you guys because I know that San Diego is diehard fans of their team.
Yeah.
Now, what was the word out there when they left? Was everybody pissed off?
You know how that shit goes, man. Motherfuckers are ignorant and shit, but fools are mad and shit like that. But I mean, they stayed on the West. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. And I've been to the Pin and shit. I've been around I've been some motherfuckers they ain't never been nowhere, so they're gonna get mad. They're gonna be on some weird shit like, oh fuck woo or fuck this, and they ain't never been nowhere. So at the end of the day, it's like it's love, man. You know what I'm saying? They still stayed here. They stayed on California.
Right.
Fuck you mad at? You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. They left the city, but it had to be a money move. You know how that shit goes.
Of course. Everything's money. Now that they're going to be opening up for 2021 football season, you plan to attend some of the games out here?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. You know what? I mean,
I'll go.
I mean, my team is the Cowboys. Okay.
I can't say shit about the Cowboys, man. You guys are your ups and downs too and shit, man. I got a couple homies who are Cowboy fans and shit, man.
Right. Well, you know what? Even if they don't come play out here this year, I'm still going to go to a couple of games because I just want to see this new stadium.
Yeah.
You know, nobody has seen the stadium yet. So, but anyways,
big ass stadium. Don't they? The old one was big, like some kind of indoor.
This one's like indoor, maybe half indoor, half outdoor, or some shit like that. But it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Now, since you said you pretty much haven't been doing nothing, just been chilling at home. I usually like to ask my guests this: when you do have time and you're not working in the studio, what do you like to watch when you're at home, man? Like, what do you find as entertainment? Are you a Netflix guy, a Hulu guy, just regular TV, a movie guy? What does Little Grifo like to watch?
Honestly, whatever my girl puts on sometimes and shit, or just like
Well, like The Notebook and stuff like that, or what?
just fucking like Netflix or whatever. You know, them documentaries and shit like that.
Okay.
Like documentaries and like 48 hours and shit. You know what I'm saying? The crime shit.
Right. Okay. I'll tell you which one I saw last night, a part of it, and I'm still watching it because it's a series on Netflix. It's called How to Be a Tyrant. And it talks about like Mussolini. It talks about like A.DA. It talks about Stalin. It talks about Gaddafi and the other guy from Iraq, Saddam Hussein.
Or that's like the Middle Eastern foods and shit.
Yes. And it talks about how these guys pretty much became tyrants, dictators, and they go step by step what they did to their country so that people can not only fear them, respect them, but also follow them. It's pretty crazy, bro.
Powerful shit.
Yeah, it's powerful shit. I like that one, and I recommend this movie for people. I think it's on either Showtime or HBO. Yeah. It's called Little Things with Denzel Washington. It's a crime movie. So I like to watch a lot of crime shit.
I don't think we even have cable at my house and shit, man.
Oh yeah, what about the Fire Stick?
I think I don't even know if we got that. My sister be bringing shit into the house and shit like that sometimes, but I don't know if we. I think she mentioned some shit like she has a Fire Stick or some weird shit, but I don't know how to use that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Neither do I, bro. I'd rather just pay for my shit. Now let me ask you this: where even though I introduced you to San Diego, I still have to ask, where originally are you from?
I'm from South Bay, San Diego.
Okay.
The South Side, right next to. We're just in the South Side, you know, like close as fuck. 2 exits from Tijuana.
Okay.
Palm Avenue.
Growing up, did you go back and forth, obviously, to Tijuana?
Yes, sir. Yup. My family, my dad's, he can never cross back, but he's pretty stable down there. And my grandma and a couple of my aunts and tios and shit live down there, you know. Yeah, so I don't really have too much family over here on this side of shit.
Okay.
You know, it's only like my sister and grandma and you know, a couple cousins and shit like that. But most of my family like are in Mexico, Jalisco, or fucking in Tijuana.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's where your family from, Jalisco and Tijuana.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When my family first came from Torreon, Coahuila, they came to TJ, and then from there they went to Juarez,
Okay.
and then they came over here to Compton. And when I was 9, then we moved here.
Okay.
You know, so but growing up, we used to all get in the station wagon and head to TJ. Yeah. You know, first thing we did is go to church, and then as soon as we got out, right at the corner, we bought some tacos al vapor.
Tacos, huh?
Yeah, bro, hell yeah. And then
that was the main reason going down there.
That was it.
It was an excuse to go
that,
get some
and
tacos
then
and shit.
Buying the luchadores.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't fucking move, and the luchador masks.
Yep.
You know, so
Yep.
I was a big luchador. You know, lucha libre growing up. So
hell yeah.
What about you, lucha libre fan, or what would they call it?
WWF. Yeah,
Okay.
WWF. Yeah.
Okay. Which one did you like better?
WWF.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was more of a lucha libre fan. So
You got like what, like 15 years of me, 10 years?
I'm 53.
50, oh, you got like 20 something years
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah, I think, as a matter of fact, I think you're my son's age.
So you probably
Yeah, he's 30. So
somewhere around there.
okay. So now let me ask you this: growing up in a Mexican home,
Yeah.
what type of family? If I'm correct, you were raised by your grandparents.
Yeah,
Okay. What type of music did they play? You as a youngster listening to growing up in their home.
Shit, it's kind of crazy because like when I was younger and shit, like I don't really remember ever my family ever playing any music in the house. You know what I'm saying? And like if my grandpa played something, he probably played like some like Salino Sanchez or fucking some fucking shit like that. But I don't really remember them actually like playing too much music and shit like that in my house. It was weird. Like, I was always in the streets. So like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, my grandma, she didn't really listen to no music like that, like around the time that she was trying to raise us, She was just focused on what the fuck we're doing and trying to get us to do good. She was raising a second generation already. You know what I mean? But as far as like music played in the house and shit, I know my real mom and shit, she play like Debbie Deb and all that.
Okay.
That
freestyle music?
Yeah, what is that shit? Freestyle?
Yeah, it's called freestyle.
The break dances and shit.
Okay, yeah. Debbie Deb, and you're probably, I don't know if you're maybe Cover Girls, Shannon, Trinier. That's considered freestyle music. And then if you get into like planet rock and play at your own risk. Then now you're talking about electro funk, what we used to call that back then. But
Remember a couple of songs she used to play all the time and shit like that. I tried to sample one of those songs the other day, but that shit wasn't working, man. So we went back a little bit more to funk.
okay,
Yeah.
Growing up, you play any sports?
I used to play soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Were you good?
I was all right. I was like
Yeah.
a Jorge Campos and shit. You know about soccer?
Yeah, yeah.
Jorge Campos, he was
Of course.
He was you don't know where he was, position?
The goalie.
Yeah, he was a portero, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was,
You know how I remember him? Because he used to always wear those bright colors.
yeah.
You know, I remember somebody said he's the Julio Cesar Chavez of soccer. You know, because at one point, like, he was really fucking dope.
Yeah, that fool would throw himself at you and shit.
Yeah.
Fool, like, block everything and shit, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's dope, man. I think soccer is probably no. I gotta say, golf is my least favorite sport. Obviously, 'cause soccer's right under there.
yeah, it's pretty, yeah. I can't watch that shit for shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I mean, when I was playing it, I mean, it'll get boring too. But when the ball comes your way, and your goalie and shit is you're the reason why you're gonna either lose or
Right.
you're the reason why you're gonna just stay.
Right,
You know
and you
what
were
I'm
the goalie then.
Yeah, I was the goalie at
Oh,
the time and
shit.
shit. But I stopped playing after a while.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay. Now let me ask you this: when was your first, if you can remember, the first time you heard or you were introduced to rap?
rap music. I was introduced to rap. Shit, that's the first music that I listened to actually. Oh, you know what? Nah, I was probably introduced to rap. Man, probably like around like the fifth, fourth grade and shit.
Okay. Do you remember like what song it was, or what songs that, somebody might have played for you?
Eminem, that fucking Slim Shady when he came out and all that shit. The 50 Cent, Get Rich Die Trying. Around that time where they came out with that G Unit CD, I was really big on G Unit when that shit came out. I didn't really, and then after that, then that's when I started fucking with like Tupac and like West Coast shit like that. But I used to watch like MTV and shit,
course.
BNC and all that shit.
Of
Omar
course.
Cruz when he used to be fucking doing his shit, back then.
Yeah.
You familiar with Omar Cruz?
Of course,
bro?
I interviewed him here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Omar Cruz is a good dude, man. As a matter of fact, I would love to have him back. Hard worker. We went deep into his whole music career.
Yeah.
I don't think we really went. We could have went longer, but yeah, much love, much respect to Omar Cruz. I think that's a guy, at least in my opinion, that didn't get the shine that he deserved. I think he's a dope rapper, Now, as far as, let me ask you this. Are you a East Coast fan of rap?
I like a couple of artists from out there.
Okay.
Not new artists, but like
Give me 5 that you would say these are the shit that I like to bump.
I fuck with Fabulous. R.I.P. Chinks. Probably fucking. I fuck with Dave East. I don't know he's from like Harlem. He's cool, dog. He's cool and shit like that. Let me see who else is out there in the East Coast that I fuck with. I mean Biggie. I fuck with Biggie shit, and Mobb Deep. I have to go with Mobb Deep too.
Okay. Okay. So give me your top 5 West Coast either groups or albums that you like. I fuck heavy with these guys.
Fuck.
It doesn't have to be new. It could be something old.
Yeah. Say Eazy-E, Snoop, of course. Fucking who was out here on the West? Old shit too. Shit, Sugar Free, the Street Gospel. Man, the Tupac All Eyes on Me, the album, and
One more.
shit. If I had to really pick another one, West Coast, old or new, fucking, I'll just go with like the Dog Pound, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know if I remind you of this, you would say, yeah, either one of the Chronic albums.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that shit.
Yeah. Okay. and this is the question that I like to ask everyone. You had the double CD of Biggie, Life After Death, and then you had the double CD, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. If you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Tupac.
Okay, Tupac.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you big on hip hop movies? Like, for an example, The 8 Mile, Get Rich or Die Trying, Straight Outta Compton, Notorious, and then the Tupac movie. I forgot the name of it.
I think I've watched almost all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of all of those, which one would you say I think is my favorite one?
I ran back the 8 Mile, the Eminem one. I ran that shit back a gang of times, you know, because they always play it for free on TV. But fucking the G Unit, the 50 Cent one, I really like that shit, you know.
Yeah, me too.
The part where he comes out with the Mercedes and shit out the dealer and fucking, you know, that shit gave you like a real fucking insight of what everybody's, you know, wanted to see and shit. So fuck it, that shit was cool and shit. But I like the 50 Cent movie.
Okay. See, for me, I probably have to say Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton was dope.
Like,
as fuck,
I really enjoyed that shit. As a matter of fact, one of the guys that was a part of NWA that really doesn't get any shine, and they actually got somebody to play him in the movie, will be here Wednesday. I don't want to give away his name yet. I'll tell you during the break.
Bet.
And he'll be here Wednesday. And but he doesn't get a lot of shine, but he was there since day one, and we've been on each other since the 80s.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And but you know what's funny? Okay, my least favorite one I would have to say is that Tupac movie. Yeah. I just didn't like that movie. I just thought that Tupac movie should have just been epic, and I didn't think it lived up to the hype. You know?
Yeah.
My son, it's funny because you're probably the same age as my son. Yeah. His favorite movie is The 8 Mile. Like, he just loves that damn movie. Yeah. I watched that movie, and like, no me interesa. I'm like, it's okay, it's cool.
It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was whack, but I just didn't see it up there with at least the 50, the Straight Outta Compton, and I really like the Notorious
That
one.
fool's girl kept getting fucked and shit by all kinds of fools in the movie, so it was pretty grimy and shit, you know?
Well, you know what? But that really happens.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know, so anyways, so now, let me ask you this. Growing up, did you play any instruments at all?
Fucking, damn. Nah, I don't think so, though. I ain't play shit.
Now that you're in the rap business today,
yeah,
in this industry, do you ever think back, man, I should have started playing something when I was younger? I always think, because I started, I would say producing when I was about 19 years old.
Yeah.
But I wish, even though I was still young and I should have done it then, I wish I would have started younger. I always wanted to learn how to play piano really, really well. I could play good enough to play certain notes, you know, and then tell my musician, this is what I want to hear. Do you ever think back like, man, I should have learned, or?
Fuck, just an engineer.
Okay, more of an engineer then.
Yeah, it's like engineer myself and shit.
Okay, and you know what? I always encourage, especially up and coming artists, to try to learn the equipment yourselves, because growing up and producing, I just had my drum machine. I knew what to do with my drum machine, but I had to go to a studio. Then you have to hire an engineer. Then you have to hire a musician. Yeah. Today you got some dope producers that are up and coming that can play their own shit and can engineer their own shit. Yeah. We have the technology today where you can learn all of that. And believe it or not, you know where you can learn all that? Google the shit. Yeah. And it'll take it straight to YouTube and it'll give it tutorials. You know, and I just don't want to do that. You know, I'll do my shit on my drum machine and then take it to my boy Darren, and we'll lay it down and have the rapper come in and just do it.
I think those are the dopest artists, though, the ones that can engineer. Because if you know how to, you know, engineer and even make a fucking beat and shit like that and engineer yourself and shit, that's when you get lost in your own, in your own rhythm and shit like that. And that's when you know you're in your own lane and you creating something that from scratch. So I feel like that's when it's more unique and shit, and it attracts more, you know, you're more unique and shit, you know.
Right. Two guys that I've seen rap, produce, and engineer in the studio. I saw Dr. Dre produce, scratch, rap, and engineer. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on Wednesday with my guest. Yeah. And then I seen Quick produce, rap, scratch, engineer. He was always asking me questions about Dre because he knew that I would go to Audio Achievements, the studio where Dre and them were recording all their stuff. Yeah. Hey, ask Dre, you know, how does he do it? And I'm not going to ask him, bro. You know, when you see him, you ask him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they ended up becoming friends, but I was just blessed and fortunate enough to have been in the studio with these two guys that to me are legends. You know,
of course, hell yeah.
You know, but Quick is an amazing engineer, and a lot of people don't know that he engineered the All Eyes on Me Tupac album.
No, yeah, for sure.
You know, so that's a if you will, dope monumental album.
You gotta get me in there with them, man.
I'll try my best.
I got a budget.
Okay.
I got a budget, and I think I seen some shit about Quick too. He was on Instagram and shit. He got like a death row check for like $200. He fucking burned that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So. They did that fool dirty. That's what it looked like. That fool was hot. That fool burned the check, threw that shit away on the IG.
You know, a lot of people got burned. You know, and one of my good friends, that passed away in county jail was Johnny J. And a lot of people don't know that Johnny J produced pretty much predominantly all of Tupac's hits.
Yeah.
You know,
what was his name though?
Mexican cat.
Johnny. Yeah.
Johnny Jackson.
And he was a Raza.
Yeah,
Raza.
his parents were from Juarez.
Yeah.
The thing was that his mother gave him for adoption. A Mexican woman who was married to a black man raised him, so he took upon the father's last name, but he was full-blooded Raza.
Yeah.
And before he did it, supposed to do only a couple of months, he hit me up and we talked, because I've been knowing him since he when he produced that song, Knocking Boots for Candyman.
Yeah.
And he hit me up a couple of weeks before he went in and told me, hey man, I got about 80 Tupac songs. He said, I got together with Tupac's mom, and when I get out, I'm gonna need some tracks from you. I was still producing at the time. And I just said, okay, just hit me. I was excited, bro. And then I read in the newspaper that he died, you know.
Overdose or something?
No, here was the rumors at first, that he was thrown off a balcony like 6 feet or 6 stories high or something like that. Yeah. And then the other rumor was that he dove off.
Yeah.
Okay. I will never say this person's name, but I spoke to someone who was actually there and who was actually the last person to see him right before he jumped.
Yeah.
And he told me that he jumped. So,
damn.
You know, and if you want to know more, then I'll share with you after.
Yeah,
you know?
that's just crazy.
Yeah, and I was really fucking sad, and not because I didn't get a chance to work with him, but this is a human life that had a wife and kids.
Yeah.
You know, and he had an awesome future ahead of him. And he told me he had 80 Tupac songs.
What was he in jail for?
That I don't know, but he just said he was going to do a couple of months, and he was doing county time. He was a trustee, so whoever made him a trustee knew that he was going to be getting out early, and whatever happened was that supposedly he heard some bad news over the phone. He shared that bad news with somebody, and I guess it was bad enough for him to take his life. So
it ain't never that bad.
Yeah, it ain't never that bad. So, but you know, I was just looking forward to it because I really wanted to not only hang out with them but work with them, and also meet Pac's mom. I met Pac when he was 19, and it was really the only time I ever met him. You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How old were you or what when you met him?
22.
You were 20. He was 19.
He was in 1992 at DJ Fuse's house out in Oakland. DJ Fuse was the DJ for Digital Underground and those guys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So now, let me ask you this. At what point in your life, or how old were you when you decided, like, you know what, let me take my pen and put it on paper and let me try this rap shit, man?
I was in Juvenile Hall writing lyrics. Campo, Barrett, shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I would just write shit. I would write shit, but I wouldn't take it serious, you know.
Was it more like a poetry or more like stories, or?
I don't know what the fuck I was doing, to tell you the truth. I was just writing shit and fucking, I was trying to rap, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking, I wouldn't even know how to write bars and shit. I was just writing just I used to think like if it fit all in one line that was a bar, but I didn't know that you could, you know, put two bars like in one and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I used to just write. I used to just write when I was a juvenile in Juvenile Hall and shit. And one time I got out, and somebody had a studio somewhere right there in the South Bay area, and they were just like, "Shit, come through." I just went over there. I spit the first shit that I had on the paper, put a game beat. I think it was like the game beat, and I put that shit on. You know. So I just started going. I think I did like my very first song. It was called Blast You. It was like a hood song for the homie that just died. My boy, rest in peace, Wicked. But so we just did that shit. And at first I didn't do it for any other reason, but just, you know, just you know what I'm saying, put the homies, give something to the homies, something to listen to and shit. So I just did it, and the homies were liking it, and then the people like on the other side of the town that don't really like us neither, they started bumping that shit too. A lot of people started telling me, like, you know, like, oh, that shit's dope. That sounds dope, you know? Or this shit's dope. And it was just one record. This was back like in 2012.
Okay.
So
now let me ask you something about that. Was that the first time that you rapped, like you recorded yourself and then heard yourself back?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you rapped your verse, they play you back, you listen. What was your opinion? Did you like what you heard?
Nah, I didn't like shit. Nah.
Now, what was it about it that you didn't like? Was it your voice, your flow, your lyrics?
I just didn't like just the fact just listening to myself. I just didn't want to listen to myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't fucking do that shit. But
And you know what? The majority of the people that I asked that say the same thing. I just didn't like listening to myself.
yeah, you know.
Yeah. Did it take long for you to get used to listening to yourself?
I mean, to this day, I don't really like to bump my shit unless I just left the studio and I want to hear how this shit sounds in the car, or you know, I'm about to do a video to the record that I'm doing, then I'll play it back and forth and shit like that, so I could like toy around with what kind of scenes we're gonna do for the video, but I never just play my shit on the natch, like, or like I'm just gonna just bump my song to bump my, you know what I'm saying, like,
right.
Unless I'm doing something that's gonna be going towards the creativity or something for my music, you know.
Okay.
Like I'm doing some shit like that.
We're going to go ahead and press pause right there. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we're going to come right back, and I'm going to
good.
ask you how you got your name and what happened next after that one day you recorded that one song.
Let's get it.
Okay, everybody, so make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Lil Grifo's in the motherfucking building. San Diego, stand up. We'll be back 10
609.
minutes.
It's the
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 175 here, Roadium Radio, and I am your host, Tony the Wizard. And once again, for those of you that have been DMing me, inboxing me about Mr. D single, yes, they are 2 full songs. So it will be available this week. I thought we were going to have them available tomorrow. But as soon as I hear back from his manager when they're available, they will be available this week. Once again, Tuesday, I'll be here on Roadium Radio with 2 special guests. Wednesday, I'll be here once again. Then Friday, Freaky Tales. And Sunday, I will not be here because it's my daughter's wedding. It's a very special day for me and my family. So I hope you guys can forgive me. And if not, pues ni modo. So other than that, once again, all the way from San Diego, California, Lil Grifo. You good, my brother?
What up?
You know what? I wanted to ask you something because you had brought it up. And you had mentioned that you had went to juvenile hall.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, maybe you don't have to share too much, but what did you end up going to juvenile hall for?
It was just a bunch of bullshit, man. Like, we're younger and shit,
Right.
stealing cars, bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit,
He's just stealing cars, yeah.
Bullshit ass shit.
Right.
Fights, getting caught with like knives or some dumbass shit like that.
Right, right. And in there, it's pretty much, because you had shared, that's pretty much where you had started writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you get out, you go into the studio, if I'm correct, 2012. You rap to this, if I'm correct, game song.
Yeah.
You said you didn't really like it. Now,
Yeah.
when you got it, let's just say burned either on CD or whatever,
Yeah.
and you showed it off to some of the homies, what was the response that you were getting back?
Shit, it was all good. It was all good responses and shit, The homies liked it. Even like I was telling you and shit, the people from the other side too, like the enemies were even bumping that shit too. Like,
Yeah.
So-
And to a certain extent, that's almost like a compliment. Like, there's the enemies, but yet they're bumping my shit.
shit was crazy, man. That shit. To this day, you know what I'm saying? But now it's different because we older now. We've been to different places and seen different shit, so we understand the politics now and shit. So it's not only just set tripping and I got a couple of homies and shit that are from other sides and shit like that.
Yeah.
That I've been locked up with in the pen or done time with somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's different and shit.
Okay. Now, walk us through what happens next. You release that song, and what do you go from there? Do you continue to record? Do you take some time off? What happens?
I took a big time off after that. I had to go do a little bit of time, so I didn't get out till probably like I forgot exactly what year, but I didn't really start taking the music serious until probably like I want to say 2016.
Okay, so from 2012, 2016, there's a gap of possibly 4 years.
Yeah.
You go do some time. In there, do you continue to write as well?
Yeah, I was writing.
Okay. And now by this time, did you know 16 bars, 8-bar chorus, 16? Did you know all that now?
In my own weird little terms of writing down and shit, I knew more or less, you know what I'm saying, how to count bars and shit like that. So, I knew a little bit more.
Okay. I know this is kind of a silly question, but just to ask, in there while you're in there doing time, do you run into other people that are doing the same thing as you as writing?
Yeah, hell yeah. Bunch of fools want to be rappers in jail or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or too many. Too many motherfuckers want to rap in jail.
Now, since you say too many, do you believe that this game is overcrowded? This rap game?
It ain't overcrowded because it's I don't know. It's not overcrowded and shit. It's just a lot of people trying to get in. But I mean, if whatever works for that person, if they could make it in, it's easy. It's real easy to weed out because you see people come and go fast.
Right.
You see them come and go fast, man. Like they try it out probably and it's not for them, or they're not making money, or they just can't understand the way to make money out of it, so they fall off or some shit. Go get a job or something.
Okay, so you get back into it in 2016. Now, where do you go from there? Do you immediately start pursuing this rap game again?
Yeah.
Okay, do you hook up with a producer? How do you get your beats?
So 2016, I don't know if that's the exact year, but
Around that time.
around that time and shit, I think I got like stabbed or some shit like that. I ended up getting stabbed and shit, and I had an open chest surgery. I got stabbed like right next to my heart and shit like that. So after that shit, I was just chilling a little bit more, you know. I was trying to just lay low a little bit more. That's when I really started taking the music a little bit more serious, and I started actually just releasing a lot of shit. So I was releasing just visuals, you know what I mean? So I was just releasing videos and shit. And at the time, like my beats, I was grabbing them from some homie named Coffee, you know. So he was shooting me a couple of beats, and I just started releasing visuals and shit.
Okay.
And the visuals, they were just, for back then and shit, I was getting like 50, 80K, like in fucking, like it took me forever, like 5-6 months, but it was going, you know, it was going and shit. And like the thing back then, like I never had a YouTube channel. So we used to just make a YouTube account just to upload that certain video. And then like we'll lose that account information. And then by the following month, we want to drop another video. We'll make another fucking account with 0 subscribers, and we'll just upload that shit onto fucking that channel. And just I don't even know how we would get the views, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Word of mouth, possibly.
But it was going.
Do you remember the first interview? I mean, the first visual video that you did, and what was the name of it?
Die Smoking.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: were you comfortable in front of the camera?
Nah, man. We were. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? It was. We weren't like. We weren't rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of the homies thought that shit was, you know, like whack. Like they didn't like that shit. You know. They were like bringing cameras to the hood, and you know they looked at it as a form of snitching, or like, you know, just like dry snitching on us and shit. Or,
oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Now, since you brought that up, let me ask: is it hard? And I'm not saying this about you, just about rappers in general.
Yeah.
Because there are rappers that rap, they love the camera, but they're still active. Do you believe that that's a contradiction? Do you believe you can do both?
Nah, you definitely can't do both. I mean, you can, but you're gonna end up, you know, catching cases and shit. You know, but for the most part, once you got that spotlight on you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Like as far as any kind of criminal shit.
Because I could kind of understand when you said that some people would say you're bringing cameras to the hood, it's a form of snitching or whatever, but it's also something that you want to pursue, possibly a dream, possibly something you want to make a living off of.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, it's almost like, yeah, you know, this is my neighborhood, I love you guys, but this is also what I want to do. Yeah. Some people may not understand that, and that's where some people find themselves, you know, stuck, like, what do I do now? Yeah. And I'm glad we're talking about it, because I'm sure there's probably people out there that possibly feel the same way that you felt at that one time. Yeah. You know, so I'm glad you brought that up. So now, let me ask you something that may be controversial to certain rappers. Yeah. Do you consider yourself a Chicano rapper?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? You could bring that over here, that napkin for him. Thank you. So it's okay. I you know what? I'm so used to it. So, but now, okay, you don't consider yourself. You consider yourself an artist.
Yeah, artist. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this: why would people take that offensive? There are people that would probably take your answer offensive, like, well, he's Chicano, he should automatically be under the umbrella of Chicano rap. Well, why do we think like that?
Shit, I mean, you know, I'm Raza and shit. I'm Raza, but and I do music. So just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean I'm just a fucking Mexican rapper. You know what I'm saying? Right. I come up with melodies and all kinds of shit just like any other person. You know what I mean? Like, shit,
okay.
You know, like.
Now, are you a fan of Chicano rap?
Yeah. I fuck with a lot of their old shit. Mm-hmm. Old shit though, not no new shit.
Okay.
I like a bunch of old shit from back then and shit like that.
Okay.
But times change. Change. People change. You know what I'm saying? The generations change and shit like that. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with a lot of shit that's going on right now with this generation. But like as far as the music-wise and shit like that, I mean, my music still kind of sounds the same. Uh-huh. You know, my beat selection is still, you know, West Coast. Right. Or just that type of music, you know, funk. Right. Shit like that, but shit.
Well, say you're you're at a meet and greet and people are meeting you and shaking hands, getting your autograph, buying your CD, and they ask you, what is it about this generation, Chicano rap that you don't like? What would be your best answer?
She said, say that shit again.
Say that somebody walks up to you at a meet and greet. They buy your CD, they like your music, but they say, hey, I saw you on Roadium Radio, and you said that you like Chicano rap, the older stuff, but not the newer stuff. What is it about the newer stuff that you don't like?
I mean, what the fuck is new Chicano rap? What is it? Us? Is it us? Is it my shit? What's new Chicano rap?
Right.
Is it my shit? Is it Bozo? Is it who else, man? Who is it?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a question that you would ask them.
Yeah.
And then, because like somebody asked me a while ago, where were you when Chicano rap was in its prime? So I answered them with a question. When do you consider Chicano rap, what years do you consider Chicano rap in its prime? And by you saying in its prime, are you saying it's past its prime? And he never came back at me with an answer.
Yeah.
So I don't know when they consider Chicano rap in its prime. If you want to, in my opinion, if somebody wanted twisted my arm and said, when was Chicano rap in its prime? I said when it started.
Yeah.
It started in 1990 when La Raza came out, though radio or even artists never identified themselves as Chicano rappers. Lighter Shade of Brown came out, even though Mellow Man wasn't a Chicano, porque es cubano, he still rapped in English, Spanglish style.
Yeah.
You had Proper Dos with Mexican Power. You had Brownside, whom I had some of their members here, and I had asked them, did Toker ever consider himself a Chicano rapper? And they all said no. So all of the 90s is when I consider the foundation of Chicano rap. After beginning of the 2000s, that's when I thought that these Chicano rappers were no longer getting record deals. They were no longer on the radio. So something happened from the 90s to the 2000s. So that's kind of the reason why I asked, what is it about this generation's music that you don't like? Is it because it all sounds the same, possibly?
I feel like a lot of people don't know how to be themselves.
Okay.
A lot of people, like, they just do the same repetitive shit, and I have, like, a lot of different records. I have, like, my real fans, people who really fuck with me, they know I got a bunch of different styles, different records. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Cujo. Cujo got a bunch of different styles, you know what I'm saying? And he'll tell you, too. I mean, I don't know what he would say. I don't know if you asked him already if he was a Chicano rapper and shit, but, I mean, we're Chicanos. We can't deny that. We're not trying to deny that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're proud to be what we are. But at the end of the day, we're not going to box ourselves in and shit like that. We're not going to box ourselves in. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, there's a lot of people trying to imitate what we do.
Right.
There's African-American rappers who try to imitate our style.
Right.
Doggy Style, Inhale, who else and shit. I mean, and it's not really imitating. It's just a lifestyle, man, what we live in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not really Chicano rap. It's just music. It's rap.
And that's the way
music.
I believe it should be identified. Yeah. Like I asked Cujo, I've been able to Cujo like 3 times. Yeah. And Cujo said, look, bro, I'm a Chicano that raps. Yeah. And that's it. If you want to consider me that, cool. If not, cool, whatever. But I'm an artist. For an example, when I first interviewed Bozo, I put on the flyer the same thing. Bozo, a West Coast artist. And that's how he wants to be identified. As a West Coast artist, he said, "Yeah, I'm a Chicano that raps."
Bozo knows. He knows the blueprint.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows the blueprint not to get boxed in.
Right.
And he still has a hard time too. I feel like he has a hard time as well.
Right.
Trying not to get boxed in and shit like that.
Now,
but I seen some other shit the other day. What he was saying some shit on the internet. He was saying some shit like that somebody asked him, "What's the best or easiest way to blow up?" As a young artist, and he told that fool to forget about your roots. To forget, like as a Chicano, forget about your roots. I don't know if he was being, funny or whatever, but he said forget about your roots and try to act as much as you can as a black. That's what he said. Because I don't know if he feels some type of way, but he said act like a black and forget about your roots. You're gonna blow up. That's what he said. But he was, I don't know, he was probably fucking around, but he's serious. That's probably how he feels his shit.
Right.
He feels that like if you come at like a homie and shit, that they're gonna turn you down. Like you gotta say the N-word maybe in order to get. You know what I'm saying? Some love from the younger generation. You almost like you have to be saying shit, you know.
Right. If I would have heard that, the best way that I would interpret it was this, and it's just my interpretation. I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying in general. That's what he said.
Right. That's what
you know
you
what
heard.
I'm saying. I honestly, I do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know, I just make my music. I don't really care who even says anything about how they feel about my music, because if they don't like my music, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, I'm just putting out more and more music,
Right.
more content. But someone's always gonna have an opinion about your shit, and it's usually the ones that ain't doing shit that have an opinion about people's music and shit like that. Other artists you see on the internet, I see a lot of artists nowadays on the internet and shit like fucking crying and shit or whining and shit about how this and that, how they ain't getting no love or they ain't getting no, you know what I'm saying? They ain't getting the recognition they deserve, but that's their fault.
Right.
It's not if you're a Chicano rapper or you're getting boxed in. Nah, you're boxing yourself in just by being negative about your own shit.
Right.
If your shit's not streaming, you're not getting no more listeners on Spotify, your shit's not moving, you're not getting views, then you got to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
And that's just part of being an artist and shit.
Right.
But if you can't go back to the drawing board and create more content and shit like that, then I mean, you got to go get a job. You got to go get a 9 to 5. And that's when you were telling me earlier, you were telling me about, do I feel like the game is overcrowded? I don't feel like it's overcrowded because people just come in and they go right back out.
Right.
You know, but then, you know, so.
Let me share with you a quick little story. Proper those at one point, Ernie G, good friend of mine, Frank V, good friend of mine, we were signed to the same label. We were label mates at one time. We're talking about 94, and we had the same manager, a guy named Steve Yano, whose name and legacy lives on through Roadium Radio. He signed, once again, a Japanese man who signed a Chicano group, and they called the album Mexican Power. Okay.
Fuck with this heavy though.
Right. So what happened, he released that record.
Yeah.
And when, a couple of months later, I asked him, how's everything going? And here's what he said. He said, I think we came out too brown. That's what he said. And I understood what he meant. And I said, okay. He goes, we need to go a little bit more mainstream if we want to sell more units. I believe, from what you're telling me, I think that's what Bozo, maybe possibly wrong choice of words, but I think like we need to think outside of LA. We need to think outside of California, you know, because I believe that our numbers and our money is not going to come from here. It's going to come from either Japan, Australia, Canada, Europe. And I think many times we have to give the fans what they want. But if we're just catering to our neighborhood or to our people, whatever, you may sell, which will be great, but you're going to be limited. There's a lid, you know.
Of course, yeah.
And I think that's possibly what he meant, because we've had conversations like that too, where, you know, look how silly this would sound if I interview a black artist and I said, hey man, so you're black rap? I mean, think about it.
Yeah. But I'm saying quote unquote what he said. You could go up and look it up what he said.
Right.
He said that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I mean,
Now,
fuck, that's how he feels and shit. But I mean, like I said, man, I don't know, you know.
Now, say I interviewed Eminem.
Yeah.
So do you consider yourself white rap? My whole point in sharing that is this.
People do stereotype them.
Right.
Jack Harlow, what is he, white? He don't sound like a white fool, but he's white.
Right.
So he gets shit everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying? They're on his bumper and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're always gonna judge people by their skin color, man.
Now, but why is it that every time a Chicano just comes out rapping? Let's just say we got a guy that sounds like I don't know what the fuck's that guy's name? That he's a singer. He's got his white dude. He's a singer, but let's just say he comes out with his own fucking style.
Yeah.
Or he kind of sounds like Bruno Mars or whatever.
Yeah.
People right away, because he's Chicano, he's Chicano rap. Automatically, I guess my question is, why do we do that to ourselves?
I don't even know, man.
I believe to a certain extent it's unfair. It's unfair to throw somebody in a box immediately.
We do it every day.
Yeah.
Not just with music.
Yeah. You're right.
Do it at the grocery store. We do it at the gas station.
It's true.
They do it to us. We stereotype every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is, I don't fucking know. And like I said earlier, and shit, like, if fools want to box themselves in and shit, you're doing it to yourself.
Right.
You know?
Now, last question, and give me your best answer.
Yeah.
What is Chicano rap?
Fuck, man, I don't even know, bro. What is it? What is it, man? Royalty, Little Rob. What is it?
Well, you know what?
Chicano's rapping.
I'll give you the best answer that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And it was by a guy named Rich G, and I like to give him credit for this because it's what he said. When I asked him, what is Chicano rap? He said, it's nuestra cultura, it's our culture.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what I would say because I agree with that answer. Now, I'll tell you what other rappers have told me. Other rappers have said, I don't know, Chicano's rapping to oldies. Another answer was, I don't know, rapping over more bounce. You know, they're giving, these are their answers. But when I heard it's our culture, then I agree with that. I agree with that.
It's us.
Yeah.
It's us, man. But I mean,
so now let's move on. You 2016, you continued. You said approximately around that time, you continue to work. You dropping visuals.
Yeah.
About how many visuals would you say you dropped?
shit, I probably dropped like 7, 8 visuals.
Okay, and every time, with the response got better and better.
Every single time.
Now let me ask you this: did the hate go up?
Of course, yeah.
Well, why is that?
Shit.
I know that's $1 million question, and nobody knows. But, you know, back in the day, see, today we call it hating.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you know what we used to call it? Jealousy.
Jealousy.
You know, anybody, look, if you're talented, go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Why us as a culture do we put ourselves down? You know, I can hear you and say, this guy's fucking dope and give him his flowers.
Yeah.
Or I can hear you and say, this guy's dope in my head and say, fuck that dude.
Fuck this one. That's how fools are, man. That's why it's fucked up to say, but that's why Raza never gets nowhere fast. We get there, but when we get there, it took us a fucking long ass time. And then we just looking at each other like, damn, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it is. I don't know why, man. That's how, and it's not just with rap. It's just with everything. Taco shops, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nobody ever wants to put anybody else in position to win. That's part of our race.
You're right, and it sucks because I wish that it was the other way around. I think sometimes we are our own worst enemy, man. Instead of lifting up our people, encouraging our people, and recognizing our people for their talent, because we don't lack talent.
No, we lack unity.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah, we lack unity, man.
We lack unity.
Unity.
You know, and instead of people getting together and say, you know what, that's right. Let's do it now.
But that's what we're supposed to be standing for, right?
Right.
United Raza.
Right. And
What's going on?
But are we really united?
You see it?
I would like to.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to, but it's up to us as individuals. You know what? I'm not going to worry about the next man. I'll worry about myself. I want to see somebody win. Somebody would ask me, hey, check out this guy's record. Do you think he's any good? And here's what I always say before I listen. Regardless whether I like it or not, if this is what he wants to do, then we need to support him, okay? This guy has a dream. This guy has a vision. He wants to do this. Let's support him instead of talking about him, and we haven't even heard his stuff, you know?
Let me ask you something. Do you feel like the other races are more united than us?
Yes, because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. That's who I started with.
Exactly.
You know, that's who I started with. I've given this example plenty of times, and it isn't that I don't have something against it. Yeah. I just use it as an example of unity. You got a guy like YG, who was a blood from Treetop, okay? Yeah. He'll go to Sacramento and do a song with Mozzie. Snoop, who's a Crip from Long Beach, will do a song with Sacramento blood Mozzie. Yeah. There's unity there, you know? They'll do songs with guys from Atlanta, guys from New York, you know? But when it comes to us, fuck that lame, he's from that fucking buster-ass neighborhood, or he's from here, it's like, okay. Okay, you know, okay, and that's where we're at, you know. So they can do it, and we go and support them. We buy their shirts, we buy their gear, we subscribe, we like, we comment, we buy their music, and there is nothing wrong with that because it's good music. Yeah. But I can hear your album. Oh no, fuck that dude. He's from San Diego. I'm not gonna fucking support his shit. Yeah. Why? You're good. I like your stuff, but no, and that's what we do to each other. And that's where I think we are being unfair to each other. You know, I've had guys that flown in from Colorado, and I want to give them their props from Pueblo, Colorado. Steel City Hustlers, okay? And I hope I didn't butcher their name because I try to remember. So many people have come through here that for me to remember is tough. They flew in from Pueblo, Colorado. I had one guy just one guy. Oh man, why are you having those buses from Colorado? I just wanted to reply so bad, métete el pinche dedo culero, but I didn't. I just said, you know what, that's just one fucking dude, okay? I've had people from Stockton. I had people from Fresno. I've had people from Las Vegas, from Texas, from Atlanta, that have all flown in. And every time they flown in, they were always on time, they were punctual, and they saw it as like, man, I'm here. Yeah. And to me, that's flattering. But you get these guys from close, oh, fuck those dudes from Texas, or fuck.
Yeah.
And we're all raza, bro. You know, and that's where I have a hard time with that, bro. You know, there's been times, and I'm not lying to you, there's been times where I just wanted to and I told my team this, I think I'm gonna hang it up with this whole podcasting shit. I tried, and amongst our people, there is no unity whatsoever. None. I tried to bring it.
Are you doing good, man? Fuck all that shit.
You know, but
you need this. You need it.
This is the voice for us.
Yeah.
This is the voice for us. So now, switching gears up a little bit, how did you come up with Lil Grifo? And was that always your rap name? And if it wasn't, what was your name before?
That was my hood name.
Okay.
That was my hood name. So I brought my hood name into the rap.
Okay.
That's just because by the time I was already putting out records and was getting a buzz and shit like that, that name already stuck to me, you know?
Okay.
I just didn't want to, I didn't want to create another name and shit like that. And so I just ran with it and shit like that. But it carried all the street shit with it.
Right.
You know
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to
and
shake shit off still, you know?
If somebody would ask you, where did Grifo come from? Like
smoking weed, high.
Okay.
Stoner.
Okay, because I'm sure there's people that don't know. So
Yeah. Grifo means stony, like high, grifando or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that'll work.
You say like when you hire something in Spanish, like I'm grifo as fuck right now, or you know, or you got some grifa and shit. Grifa's like weed, like mota.
Yeah. Okay. You know, somebody asked me, what countries watch your show, and I know for a fact that Germany, Canada, and Australia watch. Yeah. So many times, since they don't understand this culture, it's important to break it down.
For sure.
You know, because you never know. Sooner or later, some promoter might be watching. I want Lil Grifo in Germany. Yeah. I want Lil Grifo over here in Canada.
I want some weed over there.
Yeah, exactly. So now, before we go to break, did you ever think about changing it in the past? Like, I want to be known as Sir Rapper this.
Yeah, I thought about it and shit, but you know what I'm saying? The name just stuck to me, Tony, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept it.
What was the second best name? Did you ever come up with one?
Nah.
Or you don't want to give it up?
Nah, I ain't they might steal it and shit, run with it.
Well, it was said here first on Roadium Radio, then you take all the credit.
Nah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. I'm going to start drinking the michelada. We'll take a couple of shots, and we'll go through who you've been collabing with lately, because I know you got some big projects coming up, and we'll go over some of your, what can people expect from you? When can people see you? Are you accepting bookings?
All that.
Okay, cool. So we'll be back, everybody. Once again, call somebody, text somebody. You know the rest. Lil Grifo's in the motherfucking building. San Diego, stand up.
Let's get it.
We'll be back 10 minutes.
Roadium Radio.
You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Yo, this is how I see it. Tony A chilling at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch. The shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a grand.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 175. Only 25 more to episode 2000. Psych 200. Okay, so without further ado, once again, Lil Grifo in the building. So far, so good. You know, that subject is always for some reason controversial and it pisses people off. And there's people that agree, people that disagree, and then those that are in the middle and like, man, I don't care. Yeah. You know, so, but now, let me ask you a question. 2021. Here we are. Things are opening back up because of COVID. Okay,
sure.
Which is a good thing. 2020, we were pretty much on lockdown. Were you staying active as far as in the studio, busy writing? Were you still filming videos? Can you let us know what Lil Grifo was doing in 2020?
2020, I was in the county. 2020.
The whole time?
Yeah, for the most part, like almost more than half of 2020, I was in the county jail.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, for what?
Some bullshit, man. Some
good times.
Bullshit. I got down with with somebody and shit, and they decided to press charges, and you know, so that's where I'm at. I'm out on bail right now, but hopefully everything works out.
Okay, you know, here's what trips me out. I don't know if it's a generational thing or social media world today, that you got people that will go online and, what's up, fool? Want to catch that fade? What's up, homie? Then they get their ass beat and want to press charges.
It's crazy.
You know,
motherfuckers.
I don't. You know, at least I'll speak on my neighborhood here, and everybody in my neighborhood watching right now know this is true, and I'm pretty sure it happens in a lot of neighborhoods. Yeah. If I got beef with somebody, hey, homie, we're just gonna have to go around the corner and handle it. Yeah. Y ahí muere. It stops right there. You know, we go heads up. We finish. We're good. Okay, cool. We drink a beer, and we're good. Yeah. Are those days long gone?
Everybody wants to pull out guns nowadays.
Yeah.
People are scared to fight.
Yeah. I had this one Chicano that he threatened me online, and I just sent him a laughing like emoji.
This from you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And to a long and prosperous life, bro. He told me, he called me the N-word. He said, ends like me don't fight, we shoot. That's what he said.
He was a homie?
No, I don't know what the hell he was. I know he was a rapper. You know, at least he thought he could rap. Yeah. And that's what he said. He said, ends like me, he said, don't fight, we just shoot. And I just like, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to sit there and entertain this because, you know, I mean, this guy could be a troll from, you know, somewhere or whatever. But I just don't get what people get out of trolling and calling out people, knowing damn well you never have an intention to meet up with somebody. But now
that's the internet.
I saw a meme where one guy, I guess he was in California, and then another guy was in Japan, and they were both telling each other, "Fuck you, fool! Pull up. Where you from, fool?" And it's supposed to be a joke because that's what fucking internet bangers do. Yeah. You know, I like what B Real said. He goes, "They're not internet bangers. We call them finger bangers," because that's pretty much what they are. And by the way, if you hear that, those aren't gunshots, those are fireworks. So
yeah, I know the difference, man.
the reason why I'm saying this is because there's times that shit be like, boom, motherfuckers be jumping.
So 45.
You know, so. What in 2021? What can people expect from Lil Grifo as far as music-wise? You've been busy. I know you filmed a couple of videos recently. Yeah. Can you share and go into detail who you've been working with? How many songs you have done? Is this going to be an EP, an album, single? Yeah. Fill us in.
Shit, right now I'm in the studio working on my first official album and shit. Mm-hmm. I've been working with the homie Steels. I think he actually out here from Long Beach. So he been just, you know, we just been working this shit, man. I got Yellow Hill on the album. I got G Perico on that shit. And a couple other features I can't really say shit, but shout out to Jay from La Vuelta Records. He kind of put me in position and shit to, prosper a little bit more and shit without having to struggle or still be in the streets fucking around. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right. Well, when I had Be Real here, okay,
Yeah.
we talked about how hip hop saved our life. Hip hop, we talked about the 4 elements, whether it was graffiti, breakdancing, DJing, MCing.
Yeah.
You just said that it helped keep you off the streets. Would you say that to a certain extent, hip hop / rap has saved your life or has been a big contributor for you to still be here?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one thing I think that we need to be thankful for this craft, for this art, because if we didn't have this, where would we be at right now, man?
Well, you know where they're trying to put us, where they're trying to put all of us. Back in jail.
Yeah.
Back in jail or dead.
Yeah. And let's be honest, many of us have probably have done so much dirt that we should have been taken out a long time ago. But I always like to say this, that if it wasn't for God's grace and mercy, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
But also, I like to say that this art, this craft, this thing that we call hip hop, that saved our lives. We're still here because of it, and we're doing it because we love it. We're passionate about it.
Yeah. Well, you could fuck yourself off with it too, though.
Yeah.
You know?
If you allow it.
So, yeah, some people, this shit gets to their head. They don't know how to control the shit that comes with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can make yourself just a hot item and shit.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, you said if you still could fuck around, you're still in the streets fucking around, and you rapping and shit like that, you already have eyes on you. So what makes it makes you just an easy target to the police and shit, or to like just anybody who's trying to do you harm and shit if you don't move correctly. So I mean.
Yeah, no, very, very true. And one thing about me is that I like to give people opportunities to come here. I have a lot of people that hit me up, Tone, I want to get an interview, Tone, I want to get an interview. And believe me, I just tell people, because I'm booked already, I'm already into, July, August, like half of August.
Yeah.
And I told people, well, you know what, I'll book you, but it probably won't be till late August. Nah, we need to go on right now. My record's hot right now. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, if you just get a little bit closer, that's all. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
All good. Technical difficulties, everyone. So now,
Don Julio, man.
yes. So now this album, can we expect it to be out 2021 or early 2022?
I'm aiming for in the next fucking 2 months, man. So hopefully, I'm talking late August, early September.
Okay, good. And how many songs possibly can we expect? 10 to 12?
10 to 12, maybe 13.
Okay. And why not an EP? Because a lot of people drop EPs, 4, 5, 6 songs. You're dropping an album, which is a little bit different from what people are accustomed to these days. They just say single, EP, single, EP.
Well, keep it G. This is gonna be my biggest
Project?
body of work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is gonna be my biggest one because usually I do drop EPs, 5, 8 tracks. Most of my tapes and shit been just 5, 8 tracks and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But this is gonna be my first actual, big piece of work and shit that I got coming out. That I'm actually, taking my time working with different producers and shit like that. And so, that's why I'm making it an actual album and shit.
That's dope. And that's what I like to hear. I like to hear people say, I'm working on albums.
Yeah.
Because usually people that I know, there's nothing wrong with it. If this is their scheme, their strategy to this industry, single, that's cool. I like albums. With D, we dropped a single, and it's just a video. We haven't even released a product yet.
Yeah.
And everybody's been hitting me up. I want the CD. I want the CD. Are you going to make hard copies available?
I'm actually gonna only print out like 100 copies, hard copies, with 100 exclusive T-shirts, airbrush T-shirts of my shit, street made, and I won't be selling them for $100. $100 for the package deal. So it's gonna be a hard copy with a airbrush T-shirt, street made. I'm only doing 100. You know what I mean? So
Limited edition.
yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Drop.
To show that I support, as soon as you get it, let me know. I'll buy one.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously,
So,
bro.
yeah.
I don't like to ask anybody anything for free.
Yeah.
If a shirt costs $25 and I want it, I'm not gonna say, hey, can you hook? No, it's $25, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, sad to say, a lot of the homies, it's cool. They say they support you, but support me with, you know,
Yeah,
with
I want to
this.
see. I want to see if people are gonna let go of the $100 bill. I'm gonna sell my CD and a shirt for $100.
Okay.
$100 for that, for just a T-shirt and a CD.
Okay.
For the album, my first album.
Okay. Another good thing that you should add to it, just in case somebody may throw that out there, autograph it.
Yeah, for sure they're gonna come autographed. So that's
Okay.
that's already for sure. That's gonna come like that.
Good. And you're only pressing up 100.
Only 100.
Okay, so if you guys want it, it's right there. And let us know when it comes out where they can get it, and we'll promote it here as well, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Okay, okay, because that's what we should be doing, is looking out for each other. It doesn't cost me nothing to be able to say, go to lilgrifo.com and purchase his $100 limited. It doesn't cost me nothing, bro.
Yeah,
and that's
right.
what I want to share to other people, that, you know what, it's not going to hurt you to promote or to give somebody their props. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to see you come up. You know, why
I'm trying
not?
to make the money back. That's I'm trying to make the money back and do another album.
That's good, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
good.
I mean, if you add that shit up, 100 times 100, what is that? Not 100 times. Yeah, 100 times 100. What is that? 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick 10.
How many visuals do you plan on making for this album?
2.
2. Okay.
So I got one dropping next week with Yellow Hill. It's called California, produced by Steels. So that should be dropping next week. Look out for that shit. And then,
Now, Steels, he didn't go by Big Steels before, did he?
I'm not too sure. I know he from out here for Long Beach. He got that record with he just did a record with Compton AV and Snoop Dogg, The Sliding.
Okay.
He produced that. I know he produced that. He produced a lot of shit.
Okay, because there was a guy that used to hang out with my boy High C, but they used to call him Big Steels.
I think he did. He fucks with High C. I think.
Okay,
Not
it might be
High
the-
C, High Tone or some shit.
Some
Where
high.
he fuck with on. Yeah.
Okay.
Sick.
So let me ask you this. Are you still working on the album? Is the album complete, or are you coming close to it?
We like 60% done, man.
60% done.
60% done. All the features and shit is almost done. You know what I mean? So we just working towards it, man.
So far, so good. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, we'll keep it. Just my first time doing a real album. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been just doing mixtape shit, grabbing shit from the homies and shit.
Uh-huh.
The biggest feature like I ever really had was like shit. Nobody really. This is gonna be the first album, the project, big body of work. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
And it's a lot of it's a lot of the shit. The beats that we use, the beat selection is like we use DPG samples and shit. We use Zapp and Rogers samples and shit like that. So it's gonna come out like on some sick ass shit, man. I'm actually proud of the shit that we're doing. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm feeling it.
You got a song, if I'm correct, I'm trying to remember the name. Maybe you can help me out. It was on Latin Beach, got over 1 million views.
Yeah, the No Friends
No, it was another one.
of Southern Cali.
That one.
Yeah.
That one did very well for you.
Yeah, that's cool. That shit was dope.
Now, then you had another one of the one you rapped off of Friends.
Yeah,
or
No
whatnot.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah. I know what that song's about, but let the audience know what that song's about.
Shit, just No Friends.
I know it's self-explanatory, but just elaborate a little bit more.
Shit. I got 2 friends, my Nina and my white bitch. Loyal since 06, and she keeps your boy lit. These fools flip, catch a case, then they all switch. Politicking on the Instagram, you a fucking snitch. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about street shit.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, because my mom used to tell me something. Ever since I was a kid, no hay amigos.
No friends.
Are there real, true friends out there?
Yeah, we got a couple loyal homies.
Okay. I could count my friends with one hand and have some fingers left over.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Maybe fucking 2 fingers, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially since we get older and shit too, we start weeding people out fast.
Yeah. And one of them is my son.
I
So,
believe that shit.
yeah. So one of them is my son. And his ass is knocked out right now. But, okay. So now, let me ask you an interesting question. They could be alive right now or deceased throughout the time of hip hop.
Yeah.
If you could have worked with 3 rappers of your choice, again, they could be alive or deceased.
Yeah.
Who would it be? Give me 3 rappers that you said, I wouldn't mind doing a song with each and every one of those guys.
Shit. Eazy-E, Tupac, and Chinks.
Okay. Now, why Eazy-E?
It's just my, it's my genre.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And then Tupac. Okay. And then you said the other one?
Chinks.
Okay, Chinks.
Yeah, he's from the East Coast. He's from like French Montana's squad.
Right.
Coke boys and shit.
What is it about him?
Shit, man. Just the shit he's spitting, which is real, homie. Just, you know.
Okay. That'll work, man. So now, as far as, you know, before we get into shows,
Yeah.
do you still remember the first time you took the stage?
Yep, I do.
Were you nervous?
Yeah. You know, everybody does. Everybody gets like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how the crowd's gonna take you.
Did you forget your lyrics?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we stumbled on them.
Okay, now help an artist out there that is maybe struggling right now and saying, "Fuck, I fucked up. I'm never gonna go back up on stage." Yeah. What was it that encouraged you to go back up on stage, even though you might have forgotten your lyrics or gotten a little bit nervous?
My biggest advice that I could give anybody is shit like that is just if you barely starting this shit, don't drink before you go or don't smoke. Just be on some sober shit. You know what I'm saying?
See, and now
find yourself first and shit. Get comfortable with yourself up there, and you can fuck around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did a show with RJ one time. And I remember they were telling us that we weren't. I'm good already. Thank you, Don. Okay. They were telling us that we weren't gonna go on till like midnight. We were drinking and shit. Mm-hmm. By the time we went on, it was probably like 1 a.m. And fucking, I mean, it was lit. You know, it was popping. You think you lit up there because you faded, but you forget your words and shit, start slurring and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it was cool. But
okay. When you forget your lyrics, what do you do?
Just, catch the next bar.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Do you ever have anybody up on stage with you?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And they know your lyrics as well, right?
Hopefully.
Okay. Because what we used to do back in the days, whenever me and High C, it was just me and him. We used to do the instrumental and just put his ad-libs.
That's when you know you dope. But that's the best way to give a show is just put the instrumental on. If you could put the instrumental on and shit like that, I seen motherfuckers rap like that. I seen Burner. I seen Burner and shit rap like that and shit live. Who was? I forgot who was, dog, but I seen Burner do that shit. That's when you give the best show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this comes out the best.
Okay. If people wanted to book you, what can they reach you? Instagram?
Yeah, I gotta just go through my IG and shit.
Do you have a manager?
I don't, man. I manage myself at the moment and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Would you ever consider having a manager?
Well, my homie Karma, Gorilla Cinema, he kind of plays that role, you know? But we see eye to eye, so it's good, you know what I mean? And he ain't put it. It's just good. It's good.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
It's a different outlook. He got some shit. Gives me his opinions and shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He gives me some drive and shit to do the shit I do. You know what I mean? So it's more like a friend manager type situation and shit. But he's dope.
Okay. Now let me ask you a controversial question.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Hey man, I want to book you for 15 shows. I'm offering this much money. I think you're dope. I want to bring you out here, but it's up north." Would you do it?
Yeah, of course. I don't think he's lying though. I think they're trying to kill me or something. Up north, 15 shows? Fuck you doing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, good. You know, because
I don't think they'll do it.
Well, maybe times are different because back in the days.
I don't think they'll do it.
Really?
It's a big liability.
Yeah, but it was a big liability in the 90s as well. You know, and even though, High C was black, not Mexican, our biggest money, believe it or not, came from up north. Our biggest fans, our biggest shows, the livest shows all came from up north, you know. Of course, you run into some norteños out there, but believe it or not, they showed nothing but love to us, like as far as fans is concerned, you know. So
you think it would have been different? Were you rapping?
No, I don't rap, bro.
But if you would have had the microphone and shit, you think they would have reciprocated it the same way? Well,
we toured and we did a lot of shows with Frost.
Yeah.
And that I know of, he never had an issue.
Oh, yeah.
At least that I know of, you know. They love that song, you know. So a lot of Shooter Brown was up there. But then again, that's not what we considered. We wouldn't consider Chicano rappers. Today, a lot of people consider Chicano rap gang rap.
Yeah.
So I think today's, Chicano rap,
you're right,
you know, would be different now because they're banging. Yeah. And now, of course, you're going to have dudes all in reds like, hey, you know, fuck these guys or whatever. So it's a little different, you know. So, but that's what I'm saying. If they were to, you know, book you, would you go up there?
Of course.
There's a lot of good money out there. You know what? And if we learn to put all that gang shit aside, and when I say the gang stuff aside, because if you're an artist and you want to feed your family and you want to make a living off of this, you have to be an artist.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And because believe me, I've had people that back in the days, like I shared this story once before. I had a blue LA hat, I had a blue sweater, and I had blue Ben Davis, blue Nike Cortez. Yeah. And I saw a bunch of dudes in red walk up to me. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm not going to shake their hand. And you know what? I was wrong, man. They came up to me and said, hey, man, I'm a huge fan.
Where were you at?
Up north.
Up north,
Yeah, Sacramento. And they said, we're big fans, bro. And I was like, and here's the thing. They came to me in the most humblest way, bro. And I could not have turned that away.
Yeah.
You know, I had to put whatever I had aside. And these are people here that came and paid and brought their albums for me to sign.
Yeah.
You know, how do you diss a fan, bro?
Shit, I don't know, man. That shit's crazy because when people walk up to me sometimes in the streets all the time and shit, whatever, like, you know right away though when it's love and when it's not.
Right.
You know?
I don't think...
You know, like the first 2-3 seconds.
Right.
The first 2-3 seconds, that's what...
That's what it is.
Yeah, the first 2-3 seconds, you know right away, you know, like...
Yeah.
You know right away and shit, like if it's good or if it's not and shit, you know?
And you know what? I'm thankful that I've never experienced that bad side. You know, I'm thankful that I never experienced that bad side, bro. So, but whatever, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
So now, moving on from that, if I were to ask you some of your favorite Chicano rappers, do you have any? Can you give me 5?
Man, I would say his name and shit, but that motherfucker never showed me love as an adult now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
I used to really look up to him though, but not look up to him, but you know I used to fuck with his music a lot.
Right. Okay.
He's part of one of the reasons why I started rapping too, low key.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So we won't say his name, but that's one.
Yeah. Shit. I used to like SPM and shit.
Okay.
I used to like Shadow.
Okay.
And I used to fuck with CALI thugs too. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay. Now, if I were to ask you about SPM, because I guarantee you people in the live chat are saying, what the fuck, SPM?
Yeah.
What was it? And all we're doing is talking about his music.
yeah, that was before that we knew what he was in jail for. Like back then when we were younger and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't know what the fuck he was locked up for.
Right. Now, what was it about SPM that you liked, that you found intriguing about his music or his lyrical skills? What was it about him?
Shit, man. I don't know, man. The fool was just different, you know.
Okay.
He just had that different flow. That fool had that different flow and shit.
Okay, and a lot of people like different. Some people say his wordplay. Some people say his music. Some people say his style. It's because I know that at one point, the guy was huge.
Yeah.
The guy was really big. So when I listened to his music, I was trying to understand what people were saying about him. For an example, if a movie came out, people said, oh, that movie's fucking awesome. That movie's fucking dope. They were overhyped. So by the time I went to go see it, I didn't like it because I didn't think it lived up to the hype that these people were making it. So when people would tell me, you got to listen to SPN, this motherfucker's on a different level, this.
Yeah.
By the time I went to go listen to it, I'm like...
That's probably because they already fuck with your head, though.
That's what it was.
Maybe if you would have just stumbled across them and shit,
right,
you would have had your own opinion without it being judged by somebody else's,
right,
opinion and shit. That happens a lot of times.
It does. It does.
Tell you like, oh, this food is good right here at this taco shop. This shit's fire. They tell you, come on, food, just go. And then you already, with your mind, you thinking, I was gonna be good.
Yeah.
You get there, you're like, oh, verga. You're like, man, fuck this. This food's not all that.
Right. It's a regular taco.
Yeah, but if you would have went there on your own, you would have had a different opinion now. You would have been like, yeah, it's fire. Then you would have been telling motherfuckers, hey, go to this taco shop. This shit's good.
Very true.
You know, listen to this food. This food's dope.
Yeah.
But it brings us back to being Raza.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to knock some shit. We're going to be like, well, fuck that shit. Shit ain't that hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get it. They overhype it. And that's what it was. I felt that I was overhyped with him.
Yeah.
So by the time I heard it, I was like, I don't hear what you guys hear.
Yeah.
So, I've had his wife here and I interviewed her here.
What was her name?
Carolyn Rodriguez. Yeah. I interviewed her here and I asked her when possibly he was going to be released. And I believe she said 2024.
Did you get about interviewing him or what?
You know what? I don't think I can, bro. I don't think I can. And let's just say if I did, hypothetically, and I want to say hypothetically for the people in the live chat.
That'll be your last interview?
No, yeah, probably. Shit. No, but let me say this. Say if I did. My first question to him would be this. I'm sure you have a couple of thousand people watching.
Yeah.
Okay. and many of those are your fans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And this is your first time speaking, okay, since you've been out. They've heard the allegations. They heard what you were convicted of. What do you want to say to your fans, you know, as far as guilty, not guilty, why are you not guilty? Explain it to them, to your fans.
You're going to play reverse psychology on his ass.
Well, you know what?
Because
let me tell you something. I believe that the fans that support him,
he got good
loyal fans.
Yeah,
you know,
motherfuckers will troll you.
I truly believe, just like anybody, not just him, but anybody, I believe that your fans deserve an answer.
Yeah,
and that's it. And that's it. And then, believe it or not, through an interview, let them make up their mind if they want to continue to support you or not.
Do you think he was guilty of what they said he did?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
You never looked into
but
it?
according to the Texas judicial system,
Yeah.
they said he was guilty. I know they have different laws there. I wasn't there. I don't know anything. All I heard was that he was found guilty.
Yeah.
So, you know
Gotta
what?
go by the paperwork.
Yeah, exactly. And believe it or not, somebody came, I guess, did an interview, not an interview, but like exposed his paperwork or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, and I said hypothetically, if I were to interview, that would be my very first question. But I don't think I can. Somebody asked me, would you interview Tekashi? You know, I don't think I can. The guy admitted that he already snitched. There's nothing for me to ask him, bro.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing for me to ask him. Like, what am I going to say? Are you a rat? You know, I mean, what am I going to feed him? Cheese and crackers? So, you know, so,
tequila,
yeah, some tequila. No, but there's nothing, I can't sit down with a guy like that. And I'll be honest, I don't think my neighborhood would even let me, bro. And I don't think he'll even leave alive.
I'll be your last.
Yeah, that'll be my last interview as well, too. So, but those are some funny questions. Yeah. But I think this is kicking in a little bit.
Salud.
Now, let me ask you this. SPM gets out of jail. Yo, what's up, Lil Grifo? You know?
I already had a chance to do a song with somebody like that, and I passed it.
Okay.
They tried to maybe do a record with X-Rated.
Okay.
And even though I grew up listening to his music and shit, like, I was a big fan of X-Rated, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you one last controversial question.
Yeah.
Why is it? I know the answer, but I just have to ask for the fans' sake, because I think this is something that we need to scratch our head about. You know, since I'm doing a Chicano rap documentary, and I'm going to be asking a lot of questions, not necessarily these questions, but a lot of questions. Why is it that street politics only apply to Chicano rappers?
You say, why is it that street politics only apply to Chicano rappers?
Yeah.
Street politics apply to all Chicanos that are from a gang.
Okay, I understand that from a gang, but it almost seems like it's enforced on Chicano rappers. Is that true, or is that not true?
I can't even speak on this. I don't even know.
Okay, fair enough. Good, and that's actually a wise answer. You know, now my next question is: you notice that when it comes to black artists, those politics are not applied.
I ran sued in the pen, so I couldn't tell you what
Right.
to do.
I get it, bro. I get it. So, no, but you know what? It's just something that I have to ask, because, believe it or not, a lot of these questions that I ask come from fans. Ask, not necessarily you, but just in general. Ask him, why is it that these politics only apply to it? And these are people that are not gang related.
Yeah.
They just rap, but they get approached, and you can't do that. You can't work with him. You can't work, and they wonder, like, why?
Yeah.
So that's why I ask these questions.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but you know, I guess that's just, it's like that, and that's the way it is.
It be like that, man.
What's that?
I said it be like that, man.
That's the way it is.
That shit goes.
So, okay. Other than that, anything I didn't ask you, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to promote, right now is the time.
Shit, man. I'm working. The album on its way. Follow me on Instagram, Lil Grifo. Shout out to my hometown, San Diego. Shout out to the hood, Palm City. And shout out to everybody working, doing the same shit as me. And let's get it. Let's get it, and let's get it. And I appreciate you for having me on the show, man. And,
Thank you.
Keep doing your shit. Keep bringing the light to us. And, man, let's
Thank
get
you,
it.
my brother. Last question before you give your shout outs.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if there's any up and coming artists like yourself that you believe are hot, possibly ready to explode. Maybe you want to, like, Tone, I think this guy's dope. I think this guy's dope. Anybody you want to, like, that's on your radar, like, I think this guy, you know.
Man, right now, honestly, I got The little homie, Little Travieso from Colorado.
Little Travieso, okay.
Yeah, Little Travi, man. We got a couple records already, so
Okay.
look out for that little motherfucker right there, man, for real.
Okay, I haven't heard of him, but you know
Little
what?
Travieso, man,
If
from
you-
Colorado Springs. I think he's from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Look there for what? I'm motherfucker go hard. He knows. Everybody know.
Dope. Show me his page after. Is that
Yeah, I
cool?
got you, Palabra,
Okay,
yeah.
that'll work. Shout outs.
Shit, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my Raza. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Cali. Let's get it. That's it. Street made.
Dope. Okay, let me give you my shout outs. Want to thank my boy Alex Cervantes Enterprise. If you got a hoop that needs fixing or oil change or airing your tire, hit him up at 881, I guess, on Instagram. You can find his name on the description. He fixes cars. Then it's a taller. He'll fix it. Just give him Roadium Radio promo code and they give you 20% off. I'm just playing. But Alex Cervantes, and let me give you my boy Anthony the Hip Hop Jedi for helping me run this shit. My son B Scanless for helping me promote this. Other than that, once again, go check out Mr. D's video, produced by me, directed by me. Once again, those songs that you heard on that video, that's just a one verse, one chorus, one verse, one chorus. The full songs are on the CD. Okay, somebody asked me, why does you only do one verses? The full songs are on the CD, so you're gonna get your verses. By Tuesday, I'll let you guys know how you guys can receive that CD, where you guys can purchase it at. Other than that, I wanna thank me, and I wanna remind you that Tuesday we're gonna be here, Wednesday we'll be here, and Friday, Freaky Tales. Sunday we will not be here. And other than that, once again, be looking out and go follow Lil Grifo from San Diego.
Let's go.
And I just want to tell you, thank you once again, hermano, for coming and giving me this interview, bro. Muchas gracias, bro. Other than that, we out of here, bro. Anything else you want to say? Or just
We golden. We good.
we good. You guys have a blessed night. See you guys here Tuesday.
You got it.